particular chart. Mr. Kelly is recognized.
Thank you, Chairman. And I'd also like to place a letter from Traditional Values Coalition in support of H.R. 3865 for the record.
Without objection.
Thank you, sir. And thanks for holding today's hearing. Mr. Barthol, to your knowledge, any of the investigations on the IRS attacks on these conservative groups been completed yet?
Mr. Kelly, I'm not party to any of the investigations, but by press accounts, they're not complete. So,
I mean, and to your knowledge, and this is what I've read, nobody's been briefed on any of it so far because it's not complete.
I certainly have not, sir, but I have no special knowledge of any of the investigations.
Well, and then I wonder then, we're not talking about anything other than 501c4s with this on the regulation, right? Not 501c3s, not 501c5s, not 501c6. It's all just 501c4s. Is that correct?
H.R. 3865 is solely directed at guidance of relating to Section 501c4. That is correct, sir.
Yeah. A friend of mine who just got done running for the U.S. Senate, a guy named Tom Smith from back in my district in western Pennsylvania, has a group called the Indiana Armstrong Patriots. It took the Indiana Armstrong Patriots, which is a Tea Party group, by the way, a year and a half to go through the process and be given a 501c4 status. That status has now been revoked. And they're, I think, in their 8th month now of trying to get the status reversed and put back in there. So what the chairman has asked about today is a 1-year delay on a new regulation that specifically targets the group that have already been targeted. And where I'm confused is that both sides of this group, of this committee, should be very concerned that there is no answers yet on what happened in the IRS. Where did it go from the time it was supposed to be a couple rookies in Cincinnati screwing up, and which we know now isn't the case, to all the confusion which we know didn't exist, but there was a calculated strategy for how to handle the situation. That's what's being investigated, is it not? I mean, just your general knowledge. I know it's not something you deal with every day, but your general knowledge.
The investigations are looking at the problems in terms of approving C4 organizations.
Yeah. And if I remember right, Lady Justice wears a blindfold and she holds the scale. The idea is she's supposed to be blind and impartial. She's supposed to look, everything is supposed to be weighed and not looked at in any particular way. So I don't care what the color of the jelly bean is. That shouldn't have any effect on it at all. There has been an outrageous attack on 501c4s. This isn't made up. As far as being political, yeah, there's a lot of political things that go on. We just had another stay on the Affordable Care Act for the employer mandate. Now, I'm sure that's not political, but the confusing part, I think, for the American people is that we come here representing them. I'm a Republican, folks on the other side are Democrat, but that's not who they represent in their districts. They represent the American people. So it's not a Republican issue or a Democrat issue or a Libertarian issue or any particular. It's an issue about fair and equal treatment under the law. This piece today that we're talking about, all the chairman has asked for is a 1-year delay. I would just say that in most cases, early detection leads to the right kind of correction. If we are at a point right now where we don't even know yet what the results of the investigation are, we'll say, oh, no, nothing to be seen here, folks. Let's move on. That's something American people don't trust anymore because they've heard it too many times and found out it's not true. So I'm with the rest of my colleagues. I said, Chairman, thank you for bringing this forward, and I'd like to see us move this forward today, and let's move on with the work of the people and making sure that they do feel protected